Part of the discordant fairy aspiration that you can get after completing the fairy stories aspiration is to manipulate 3 objects. But how do you do that? Well, it's actually pretty easy, but you're first going to need to get some fairy ability points and get to level 4 of being a fairy and be a brilliant ranked fairy. Then you're going to want to purchase this Manipulate Objects fairy perk. This says your sim can magically manipulate objects, directly changing them between states, from clean to dirty, burnt, broken, repaired, or fresh. So once you purchase that perk for your fairy, you're going to have a few options of how you can use it. Your first option is to set items to clean or set items to dirty. So you can click on things like a sink and you can hit Manipulate Objects and set it to dirty, and your fairy is going to make it dirty. However, if it is dirty, you can set it to clean, which is very nice. And if you're trying to rank up and get to the top level of being a fairy, this is a pretty easy way to do it. So then you're able to just set it back to clean, and they will do that as well. Now, you need to always make sure you're paying attention to your sim's emotional force. The more that you use your fairy abilities like Manipulate Objects, the more that this is going to go down. And when it goes down, bad things happen. So another thing you can do is set items to be broken or repaired. So if you have an object and you want to make it broken, you can just click set to broken and it's going to break it, and then you can use set to repaired to fix any items, which is nice because you don't need a high level of the handiness skill or to hire someone to come repair it for you. So as you can see, our stove is now broken. Sim can easily just go ahead and set to not broken. One that comes in handy if your sim cooks and then leaves out some food to get spoiled is the ability to set to fresh. So this object has gone bad. As you can see, it is a spoiled garden salad that she made, so you can go Manipulate Objects, set to fresh, and the sim will come over and do the adorable little interaction that they do and set it to be able to be eaten, which is so nice because they don't have to cook more food, and especially if you have stuff in the fridge that's gone off, it's wonderful. So now you can see you have 10 hours until it becomes spoiled again, and that's really useful if you have a lot of people in your household. And the final thing that you're able to do with manipulating objects is setting stuff to burned. Now, I'm not really sure why you would want to do this, unless you're going for like a specific aesthetic. I don't really know, but it will just make it look like your sim has recently had a fire, and that's the vibe, I guess. You are able to set to unburned as well, which will make it go back to normal, thankfully, without having to pay like you would when you have a regular fire. But yeah, those are the ways that you can use the Manipulate Objects fairy ability in The Sims 4. If you enjoyed this video, you obviously love The Sims, and if you love The Sims, you would love the Unofficial Sims Cookbook, which I wrote a few years ago, and I am still so incredibly proud of. If that's something you're interested in, there is a link in the description where you can check it out and see if it's something that you might be interested in owning.